Hello everyone, I'm Bo Kaufman of Remax Performance Realty and welcome to Winnipeg's Real Estate Market Update for May 2010. So what we're going to do here, we're going to look at the number of sales for the last month, that's for April 2010, and we're also going to look at how many houses are available on this day, this being April 30th. Then by comparing the two numbers, we arrive at what kind of inventory we have and whether we're in a seller's market or a buyer's market. Well, I think we all know that right now we're in a seller's market. We have been for the past few years, but it's still helpful to compare it from month to month to see how things are progressing. I also separate the sales of houses along the $250,000 mark because the market for houses under $250,000 is still a little bit different than the market for houses over that $250,000 mark. So here we go. First, we'll look at all houses in general. And available right now in Winnipeg, there are 906 listings available, not counting condos, these are just houses. And for the past 30 days, we've sold 781. Now that's up, both numbers are up significantly from March. You can see in March there was 675 available and we sold 626, so those numbers have both come up. Spring market is definitely in full swing right now. And then what I like to do is take a look at what houses under $250,000 are doing. And currently in Winnipeg, there are a total of 490 listings available under that $250,000 mark. And for the past month, we've sold 468. You can see in March that there was actually more sales for the month than there were available at the end of the month. That is the tightest that I've seen in a while, so that it was less than a month worth of inventory left. We've finally gone back over that month of inventory right now. It's still a very tight market. Anytime you have less or around a month of inventory, that's very tight, very tough for the buyers. Now, an interesting trend is that there was a significant number of sales in the houses over $250,000. You can see at the end of April we have 416 available, but for the past month we've sold well over 300 of those, 313. So the availability of those houses has dropped somewhat too. There was a recent news article actually that pointed this out, that as the interest rates start to rise, people see that there's a value in some of these houses and they're buying them and locking up the low mortgage rate just to get that nice luxurious home in Linden Woods, let's say, at still a very low mortgage rate. And we take a look at condos in Winnipeg, and actually the quotient there, the availability versus the number of sales has remained almost unchanged. There are more condos available than there were last month, but we've also sold more in the previous month. So that right now, as of April 30th, there are 276 condos of all types, shapes, sizes, and prices in Winnipeg. And for the past month, that's for the month of April, we've sold 118 of them. So let's take a look at what those numbers really mean. What we're going to do is we're going to divide the number of sales divided by the number of availables, and we'll be able to see how much inventory we have, how many more months of sales we have left. So how this works here is that the lower the number, the hotter the market. The numbers along the side, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that indicates the number of months of inventory left. And of course, the lower, the less months of inventory, the hotter the market is. So let's look at that top line, that's condos. I've been saying for a while, condos represent an excellent value, especially for the first-time buyer. If you guys keep getting beaten out on putting in multiple offers on houses, perhaps consider a condo because there's less competition for them, there's less bidding wars on them. And you can see the number of months of inventory remained virtually unchanged. From March to April, it was 2.3 months of inventory. The next line down is that purple line, which represents houses over $250,000, and that's actually dropped. The availability has dropped, making them a bit of a hotter item. In March, they were 1.47, so almost 1.5 months of inventory, and at the end of April now, we're 1.33. So as I said, those luxury houses, they've sold quite well during the month of April. The next line down is that goldenrod line that represents a cross-section of all houses, and that's changed very little. It's come up a little bit to 1.16 months from March, which was 1.07. And the bottom line, you can barely make it out, it's the red line. That's the houses under 250. I want to call them entry-level homes. That's anything less than $250,000, and it's eased a little bit. In March, we had less than a month of inventory left, and now in April we're right around a month. So in other words, if nobody listed their houses anymore, we would be completely sold out of those houses within a month. And that's how you look at these numbers. I hope you enjoyed this short video presentation. I segregated the Winnipeg real estate market into condos and houses, when in actual fact, the market is made up of dozens of smaller submarkets. So for example, if you're living in a high-rise condo downtown, you're going to want to know what that market is doing, which is going to be different than a bungalow in Transcona, a side-by-side in St. Vital, or a two-story in St. James. So if you're getting ready to sell your house or condo, please give me a shout anytime. I'd love to take a look at it. None of this over the net home evaluation stuff, it doesn't work. Somebody has to come inside the house to take a look, because houses are all different on the inside, and that's what's really important. So please call me anytime. I'm ready to help you. My phone number is 333-2202. My email is bonoshomes@gmail.com, and you can see my website and blog information right here. I do look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye.